So I wanna give an example of how to act as if, because I have made a lot of videos about the general ideas of manifestation and the first principle, from where it comes from actually, and why it works, and what is the mechanics behind it, what is the reasoning behind it. But I still get asked, like, how do you do it? Like, what's the process? What's the method? So, for example, if somebody is manifesting, because I get most question asked by specific person, people who are manifesting a person or love in their life. So I will give an example of that, and then I will give another example for something else. So you are trying to manifest love in your life, and let's say for whatever reason, there is no connection between you and your person, or even if there is a connection, they do not behave the way you want them to. Now we know the law of assumption. The law of assumption says that an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. And the basis of it is law of being or law of consciousness, which is whatever a consciousness is aware of manifests in its personalized experience. Now, if you do not believe in that, then the manifestation stuff, you shouldn't waste your time here. Because that's the basis of it. If you still believe in external gods or universe or other people or victim mentality and this or that, if you're pointing the finger at something else, besides your own inner being or the essence of God within, then I'm just gonna tell you that this stuff, that's the basis of it. If you do not uh, acknowledge that or have faith in that, it's not, this stuff is a waste of your time. So anyways, law of being dictates that, or the law of consciousness. What it actually means is, when a consciousness imagines something, it becomes physical. This is how, from the book The Kabbalion Hermetic Philosophy, they postulate that how God created anything. So, and then that is the basis of Neville Goddard's teaching too, because he was into the Kabbalion as well. And so his law of assumption comes from Bible, uh, being a psychological drama and a manifestation manual, and his information then comes from Hermeticism and Christian Science and stuff like that. So, law of assumption says that an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Why it is false? Because it is not yet here in your physical experience. And literally, the meaning of manifestation is to bring something out of nothing that does not exist yet, right? Manifesting, like manna is like some non-physical substance, and it's festering into this existence. It's becoming, right? The art of becoming nothing, something out of nothing. So the law of assumption dictates that an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. So you are an amalgamation of assumptions. You must understand that as well. Specific person, people especially. You have a lot of beliefs about your specific person, about yourself, which go something like, maybe I'm not good looking enough for them, or maybe this person is too good for me, or something like, nobody loved me correctly, so this person is probably not gonna love me well as well, or this and this woman or this and this guy betrayed me, so this guy is probably gonna do that to me as well. You see how there are so many layers to your own existence, which is just the ego, right? But the good news is, all of that is just an assumption. If you do not understand that, it will not click to you. Everything that you say that you are, or what you have experienced, is all assumption and imagination. None of this is real. Can you go back to the past except for imagination? No, you cannot. You cannot access future, and you can only be in the now moment. And whatever you are being in the now moment, starts to become real in your experience. So all the negative or wrong assumptions that you have about your situation, they're just assumptions. That helps you get rid of them, or not pay attention to them, or do not identify with them, because you realize they're just ideas, just like any idea, and so they have no power. So that's the first step. You realize that you are already doing this stuff, you're already imagining, and you already have assumptions, and perhaps those assumptions do not serve you anymore, so you can let them go by realizing that they are just imaginal and just assumptions. No, they are not true because it happened in the past. No, you're not just local. You're not just one dimensional being, and you're not just a human. You're multidimensional, and you have multiple past, access to pasts and futures. And in the now moment, whatever you choose, you shift into that reality. So, so the first step is to realize that it's all assumptions, so you can let them go. And second, now we make a new assumption that is not yet real. You have to understand. You cannot just assume something and immediately look for proof because it's not here yet, because your reality is becoming, you are manifesting. You are bringing from nothing something that is not here. It's in another reality or another quantum potential, whatever you want to call it. So you assume that your specific person is now showing up exactly the way you would like them to be. You can do that via an affirmation. You can do that via an imaginal act. You can just decide that this person is now mine and we are happily married. And or you can script whatever method. There are many methods, techniques that you can use. Whatever resonates with you, you stick with that assumption or that technique. Okay, so now you have assumed your new reality. What to do now? Everybody asks me, what to do now? Nothing. Because reality shifting and manifesting is not your doing. None of this that you see in this world is your doing. It's the Christ within that does the work. As Jesus said, I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I. It's your greater self, which is you essentially, but it's your subconscious, deeper self, which has access to everything. And the reason why this duality exists within you is because you are having a human experience. If you were unlocked, the Christ within you was fully unlocked, you would not be able to have this experience. You would be too powerful. Right? There is no point in this experience if that were true. So there is a layer or sort of a separation. There is no separation, but it appears to be that there is separation. And so the bigger picture is built by the Christ within, or your inner being, or the whatever you want to call it, your higher self. So once you have assumed, what do you do? What you are supposed to do? You are supposed to do nothing. You are just supposed to stick with your assumption. So for example, you assumed that you are with your specific person now, and they are married to you, for example. Now your friend comes and tells you, oh, this guy, your guy was dating with some other woman, and I saw them today, and blah blah blah, and so what's going on? And you immediately fall back to your old assumptions that he's not gonna love with me, he's not gonna choose me because there's third person, this or that or the other. And this is the test of faith, right? Jesus said, oh, ye of little faith. Something like that. Like there you go. There you are shaken immediately, right? And you go back to the old self. In that moment, all you have to do is realize that you have assumed that you're already married to them. So this third person or whatever is happening right now is old reality, is the dead reality, and if I do not identify with it, it has no power. It's gonna wither away on its own. For example, if like I am literally physically married in this experience, so if somebody tells me, oh, you're not married, what are you talking about? You're not married. Will that do anything to me? I will be unfazed because I know that I'm married. Or if somebody tells me that your name is not Adeel, your name is some John Smith, like, you know, there will be no reaction to me. I'm like, no, that's not my name. So this knowing is what shifts reality. You have to stick to your assumption exactly this way. So your friend comes with the bad news, you tell them, okay, whatever, have the conversation that needs to be had in that moment. But internally say that, but I'm already married, so doesn't matter. And I'm speaking for personal experience. So nobody should comment in my comment section will, oh, well, blah. No, it happens if you stick with your assumption. Now, if you stick with your assumption and do nothing, don't angry text your specific person, don't do, some stuff trying to force the 3D to show you what you want. Just do nothing and say that they are already married to you. That is when you will see the shift happen. Almost in a way where you don't even care about 3D, that you do not give it any power. That is the moment when you see the shift happen. By the way, those who want to work with me or ask me questions, you can join the membership channel where I do weekly live streams and I answer all your questions. And we even have live calls where we can talk face to face. Or if you want to work with me personally, one-on-one, the link is also in the description. So the persistence, people think that it is about affirming 24/7, 5,000 times per hour, or imagining for 3 hours, or denying the 3D, like, no, I don't want to see this, I don't want to react. No, you just choose repeatedly your new assumption, because what does the law of assumption say? An assumption, though false, it's false initially. You will not see the result in this world because it's in the process of shifting, right? You may see it in an hour, you may see it in a month. That is not up to us, that is up to the Christ within. And so if you become impatient, if you fall back to the old self, well then don't be surprised if you do not see the results. So this is how it works. Another example could be of a person who is manifesting wealth in their life. And so Abel comes, they assume that they are now earning a lavish, steady, dependable income, doing something they love with ease. But then a bill comes. And the bill comes and they start shaking, like, I don't have a lot of money, if I pay this bill, nothing will be left, and there is never enough. And in that moment, you will realize how many negative assumptions you have within yourself. Now, in that moment, what you are supposed to do again, right? What am I supposed to do now? Nothing. You are supposed to say that I'm still earning a lavish, steady, dependable income, doing something I love with ease. And this, what I see, is the old reality. It has nothing to do with me because I've already mentally shifted into my new desired reality. And I know that this old dead reality cannot show me the proof. And I will be shifted into the new reality in whatever due time. There is no such thing as time, but it has to naturally unfold. So it may look like there is some time. But in due time, I'm going to be shifted into the reality where I already have it. I already have it in mind. So this bill is nothing. It's old news. In that moment, when you do not identify with it and you just go with the flow, you pay the bill and be like, okay, fine. And then you go with the flow, you will see the magic happen. So it is about first making an assumption, then choosing that assumption again and again until you see the result. And do not look for proof in the old reality. So this is it for this video. Until next time, bye bye.